welcome everyone who's been able to join us. I will just start with a few comments about Get Your Mental Health in Motion, thanking all of our partners and all of the people who have sponsored us. So excited, actually. I just went in and looked. We're almost at $29,000 raised for the week, and that does not include some of the funds that have been raised by the local businesses that have been doing different things for us all week. They'll be, sharing that money with us next week. So very, very excited. And Lisa from the Yoga House, Lisa O'Driscoll, a huge thank you. You have been here with us a couple times this week already, and you have been here with us for Mental Health in Motion for all of the years that we've had this event on, when it was outside, and then the last 2 years while it's virtual. So really appreciate your support, appreciate your support of Waypoint and the years of providing support from Yoga in the Park. And just an all around, big shout out to you and to your team at the Yoga House, and for all the great support for our community that you do as well. So Lisa is here to kick us off and help us warm up before we go out and do our individual adventures for Get Your Mental Health in Motion. Just before that, I want to just do a huge shout out and thank you to our sponsors. We had wonderful support from Brissette Concrete and Forming, Midland Honda every year, Pure Country in the Dock 104 for so much promotion and getting the word out for us. Canadian Tire, HDR Graham Partners, Viva.ca, Mark and Carol Cruden, Gilcon and Construction, Adco Tire, Pat Malone Fencing, Miller Thompson, Naim Hawk, iSecurity, CompuSolve, and Leclerc Cremations. And a special thank you today for our session sponsor, Miller Thompson. So all the proceeds from this week are supporting the Child, Youth, and Family Rating Room at the Community Health Hub. Some of you will know, if you've been hearing about this all week, that we were able to expand our Child, Youth, and Family Services at Waypoint with Dr. Rob Meter, and our MPP, Jill Dunlop, is on with us today, and special thanks to her for helping to get that approval through. And so it's exciting. And so the waiting room doesn't really need any renovations because it's a brand new building, but we need to do some new equipment purchases, just some rearranging, just to make the room more welcoming, to reduce anxiety, offer a place for children to play and have fun while they're waiting for an appointment, and increase receptivity to healthcare services. So our goal was 25,000. We're already almost at 29,000. We'll be over 30,000. So we'll have some extra dollars there to spend on other important causes that Waypoint supports. So thank you again, Lisa. I'll turn it over to you to warm us up. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Noreen. We're actually going to start standing up. So if you want to come to standing, and just in your mountain pose, we're just going to do a little bit of breath work here, and then we'll get started. And if we do get kicked off, I'm just going to wish all of you who are moms, caregivers, grandmas, happy Mother's Day. And we'll get started with our session, and have a great day if I don't see you towards the end. So let's come to our mountain pose, just coming into standing. You've got about a fist width between your feet, and feet parallel to one another. Turning the palms of your hands forward and just letting your shoulders drop down. So if you're comfortable here, closing your eyes for just a moment, or just keep a very soft gaze out in front of you. And taking a few deep breaths. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of your mouth a couple of times, and just feel your feet grounding down, noticing how you are arriving here today. How do you feel this morning? Maybe you've already been out for some movement, some exercise. Maybe you're going out after this, and we're just going to do a little bit of a warm up, but we just want to start from this centering point of noticing how we feel in this moment. Taking a few breaths for yourself. And then you might want to maybe either think about yourself as a mom, maybe your mother, your grandmother, or perhaps thinking about somebody that you love that's out in the community with mental health issues. So just maybe dedicating the practice to whomever you wish. And do a short little practice today, bringing your hands up to your heart center. And we're just going to start by moving with breath. So you're going to inhale, nice long inhale, arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, equally long all the way down. So you want to end at the end of your exhalation with your hands down and end at the end of your inhalation with your arms up. And then exhaling down. So just getting into the flow of your breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up and exhale down. And then this time as we inhale and come up with the arms, grabbing hold of your left wrist with your right hand and take a side bend. We often can get little stitches in our sides. This is always a nice movement to come into to stretch out that left side of the body. Inhale and make your way back to center, and then grabbing hold of your right hand and coming over to the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Let's exhale, grab hold of your right hand, press into your right foot, and step your left foot behind the right leg. So maybe a little deeper, it might get down towards the IT band a little bit as well, reaching over to the right side. And then press into your right foot on your next inhale, come back to center. Grab hold of your right wrist, press into your left foot, and step your right foot behind, and then exhaling over to the left side. Inhale, come on back to center, releasing the arms down. Take your arms back behind you, interlacing your hands, and draw your shoulders back, opening up through the chest, pressing into your feet. And with your exhale, take a bow forward, and maybe your knees are fairly bent here. That's absolutely fine. Maybe letting the head go. Do a little turn towards the right side. So a little twist of the upper body towards the right side. And then inhale, come back to center and do a little turn over towards the left side. Inhale, come back to center, press into your feet, and inhale to come all the way up, releasing the arms. Take your arms up, relax the shoulders, and then you're going to come down into chair pose. So coming down like you're sitting back in a chair. If you don't, the arms don't feel comfortable up, you can always take them out in front of you as well. Let the weight shift back towards your heels. Press in, inhale, come up. Exhale, coming down. Press in, inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. Inhale up. And exhale, come down, holding it here. Release the arms back behind, reaching forward. Reach with the crown of the head forward, the bum and the arms moving back. So your upper body going towards parallel to the ground. Press in and inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, take your arms down. Okay, and then let's shift the weight to the right foot. And just to determine your balance here, you're going to shift the weight to the right foot and just do a little lift of your left leg up. So if you need to hang on to something, that's totally fine. And then bring that left foot down. Shift the weight to your left. Inhale and bring the right leg up. And then bring that right leg down. So we're going to go back towards the chair pose. You're going to come down towards the sitting. Then you're going to shift your weight to your right foot and cross your left leg over. So here we're moving into the glutes a little bit more, into the left hip. You could possibly rest your hands down on your left leg, or bring your arms over, maybe sinking the pelvis down a little bit more. Maybe you, if you can reach the ground, you might have your hands down on the ground, but remembering that we want to get into that left glute, left hip. So if reaching the ground doesn't do that for you, then come up a little higher. More challenging on your balance, but you can certainly stay here. You can reach the arms up, press into the right foot, and lower the right leg down. Bring your hands back to your heart. Sinking down, shift the weight to your left foot, cross the right leg over, a little flex in your right foot, and then you're going to come forward, maybe down to your right leg, maybe lowering. If you want to bring your hands to the ground, that's fine. You can also just sort of let the hips sink down a little bit more. And then let's press in, inhale, come up, and hands to your heart. Okay. So hands at the heart, come towards the top of your mat if you're not there. Pressing down, inhale and reach up. Reach the heart up towards the ceiling. And then with your exhale, folding forward, coming all the way down to the ground, hands down to the ground. And let's walk the feet back into your first downward dog here. As you come into your downward dog, begin to pedal the feet out a little bit, moving into the calf muscles. Come back stationary, and then take your left foot, your left big toe and second toe to the back of your right heel, and just inviting that right heel to move towards the ground. Release the left foot, bring the right big toe, second toe to the back of the left heel. Move that left heel towards the ground, stretching out there, just a little invitation for it to go a little further. And back to center, back into your downward dog, a little bit of a bend in your knees. Inhaling and come forward into a high plank position, but you can also drop your knees if needed. And then let's exhale and pull back into your downward dog. Inhale, trickle forward into a high plank. And exhale back to a downward dog. Inhale and reach the right leg up. We're going to step the right foot through for a lunge, and then bring that left knee down to the ground. So hands coming to the inside of the right foot. Deepening your lunge, your right knee in line with your right ankle, and just a little opening into this left hip. So you could stay up on your fingertips. You could come down onto your hands. You could come down onto your elbows if that's available for you. So wherever you can get deepest into your hips, just to start to loosen them up. And then just ease off a little bit. I'm going to just turn around so that you can see here. You can turn your right toes over towards the right side, letting that right knee drop out to the side. And if you bring your right hand to the right leg, just opening up here a little bit, getting into that right hip, maybe a little bit of movement. And then you could take your right arm back. If you're doing this, go very slowly because you could Charlie horse. So if you can bend your left leg and catch your left foot with your right hand, go ahead, not necessary. And then slowly release, right hand down, step the right leg back, sweep your right leg all the way up and back. You can work with the leg up. If you want to take your right foot over towards the left side, you can go ahead and do that. Not necessary again. And then right foot coming down. Left leg lifts. Step your left foot forward and drop the right knee down. Again, left knee looking straight ahead, hands to the inside of the left leg. Lengthen forward and then begin to come down. So maybe it's very different on this side. You see where you can go, bending the elbows, maybe coming right down. Just see where you can move in this. Is your breath still steady? Check in with that breath. And coming up a little bit. Turn your left toes out to the left side. You'll roll to the outer edge of your left foot, bring your left hand to your left knee. So a little bit of a twist of the upper body. Then you might wish to maybe just twist and take that right arm back, left arm back. If you choose to bend the right leg and catch the foot, go ahead. A little bonus into the right thigh, not necessary. Inhale and lower the left hand down, lower the right foot down, and press back into your downward dog. Sweep that left leg up. Maybe you'd have a little bend in the left knee, taking the sole of the foot over to the right side. And then inhale the left foot down. Go a little wider with your feet and begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. I'm just going to move here. Folding in. Turn your toes out to the side. So we want the center of the feet to be in line with the center of the ankles. And your choice, you could come up a little higher and just deepen the pelvis, or if you can come down into a squat, coming down into a squatting position. Arms on the inside of the legs, knees out, making sure this is okay on your knees. A few deep breaths here. So you can absolutely be up higher here as well. Let's press in, inhale, come all the way up. Turn the toes back. And then take a forward fold. Walk your hands forward, inching them forward. Take your right leg up and step your right foot through. You're going to keep the left foot up this time. Bring your left heel towards the ground and coming up into a warrior one, bending into that right knee. Find your breath. And then straighten up the right leg and exhale, reaching forward. So maybe your hands come to your right thigh. You may come down a little further. You might come down to your ankle. You might come down to the ground, but go to the point that suits you. Tucking that right hip back, pressing back through the left leg. So you're getting a nice lengthening through the legs. And then take the hands to the ground, bend your right knee, take your left heel up, and step that right foot back. And repeat on the left side. So when you're ready, on your inhale, step your left foot forward. Bring your right foot down. Bend into your left knee. Inhale and bring your arms up. Relax your shoulders. Press into your left leg. Leading with your heart, exhale, begin to come forward. Hands down to the ground, to the thigh, just below the knee or just above the knee, or down at your ankle. Do a little tuck in of your left hip so that you're getting into the outside of the left leg. Press in, inhale, come up, bring your hands to your heart, and step forward with your right foot. And then let's inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale, a nice forward fold, grabbing hold of the opposite elbows with your hands. You can have a fairly good bend here in your knees, and just letting the upper body fold in. Release the hands to the ground. Walk your feet back for a downward dog. Inhale, come down onto your knees. And then we'll swing around and come to a seated position with your legs out in front of you. Drawing your toes back. Bending your right knee. Take your left hand to your right leg, and then you're going to reach your right arm back behind you for a twist to the right side. Lift and lengthen. Maybe your left elbow comes around your right leg. You want to find this lift in the chest, crown of the head moving up, and you're twisting to the right. And then let's inhale, come back to center. Take your right leg out and left leg up. Right hand to the left leg, left arm back behind. Press into your left fingertips, lift, lengthen, and twist. You could wrap your right arm around the front of the left leg if you like, if that's available. On your next inhale, come on back to center. Okay. Take your left leg and cross your left leg over top of the right. And the right foot could stay out here. We're aiming to get into the hips a little bit here. Your right foot could stay out. If your knees allow, possibly your right foot could come around to the left hip, not necessary. And you can also sit up on something here too, but the aim is to get a little bit into the hips here. So lengthening forward and begin to fold over your legs. You might walk your hands forward. If your right leg is out, this may be a little more challenging because it'll be tight through the back of the right leg, but a nice stretch through the leg as well. Let's slowly inhale, come on up. And you can undo, so the right leg will come out, left leg uncrosses, and then cross that right leg over. Tuck your left foot around if that works, or keep it out. Lifting up, and then exhale and coming forward with your arms. And then let's slowly inhale, come on up, uncross the legs, and we'll just come down onto your back for a couple more movements here. You can come onto your back. Your knees bent, and then crossing the left ankle just above the right knee. So we did a variation of this standing in our balance. You can pick your left foot up, you're moving that, you can pick your right foot up, you're moving the left knee away from you. You could also hold the back of the leg if you like. Again, moving into the left buttocks, hip area. And then let's release the right foot down. Take your arms out at shoulder height. Keep your left leg crossed over and the left knee moving away from you. And then you're going to take a twist to the right side. So the left foot coming over towards the right side, moving your left knee away. And then inhale, come on up, uncross the left leg. We'll do the same on the right side. crossing your right leg over. You can stay here, moving that right knee away. You could pick the left foot up. You could hold the back of the left leg. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Release the left foot down to the ground. Take the arms out, and then taking a twist to the to the left side. Right foot going over to the side. Inhale, coming back up. Take your right foot down. And then bringing the soles of your feet together, let the knees drop out to the side. Take your hands to your belly. Maybe even one hand to the belly, the other hand to the heart. If your knees get tired here, you can always bring them back in. Just closing your eyes for a moment. A few deep breaths here. Turning inwards, maybe even thinking about, maybe your run, your walk, your hike, your kayak, whatever you're doing next. If you're going for a run, maybe you're doing a 5K or a 10K, just thinking of that end goal. And just imagine yourself going through your run or your walk nice and smoothly. Making sure that as you go through your walk or your run or whatever activity you're doing, that you take time to connect to your breath, to appreciate what's going on around you as well. And then with your next inhale, you can bring the knees in, draw your legs up towards you, give a little hug to the legs. You may even wish to roll up and take your head up as well. Maybe a little rocking through your back. And then when you're ready, you can roll all the way up and come around. And I think you're still with me, I hope. And namaste. Thank you everyone for practicing, for just getting that little bit of a warm up for your day, for whatever you're doing, and have a happy Mother's Day to everyone. Namaste.
Well, thank you, Lisa, and thank you again to everyone that joined us. And yes, big happy Mother's Day out to all of the mothers and caregivers and grandmothers and people who are thinking about their mothers today.
I think it's everyone.
And enjoy a beautiful sunshine-filled day, and get your mental health in motion. We've already got a great start, and again, everyone's support of the entire week that we've just had has been remarkable, and we're so thankful to everyone. So have a great Sunday, and enjoy this day. And thank you, Lisa, again.
Thank you.